Le nei foi tu la, o le whaua wine nei o le tātou polokalame o le Malanga. E wā foi lau mai mō tā pua ima lau whaafonga lo tātou tunu. I tupu ma tamali, ia, e maisi foi ia, ta māma tina mātutua, ia, o mālosi o le nu, e o lava nā ialo ma whanau. Ia, te nane foi le tā puinga, ia, ma le whanau no manu, lau whai ngā ruanga pai a le atua so se whatawhai taulanga. Ia wā lava le tapua ina o le tū whaaleanganga o Samoa ma ona tangata nuu. O le nei lava tamu whainga, ina ia mwhai ona whasoa ma longa pui ali inisi o vaenga. Mai lava ia o onga o tā longa o pisi nisi, tūpulanga televou, whātoanga o whainga whaiva. Ia po le whanua, ia, ma so se vaenga lava le siusi o manga o Samoa. E mauai se whātala noanga, ina ia mauai le malamalanga atili mo le pai o le tātou tunu. Tā longa, e ilal tal noanga le fiafili nei o le flag football, ia o le whaipoiponga a le lakapi wha Amerika, po le gridiron, po le football, ia, ma le lakapi tag, ia po le lakapi uni, po le lakapi liki tag. Le la iei ta alonga fau le o mai nei tātou tunu i le nei vai tau. Flag Football Samoa Federation. The Flag Football Samoa Federation appears to refer to the emerging organizational structure for flag football, a non-contact variant of American football in Samoa, an island in South Pacific. Flag football has gained momentum in Samoa due to the country's strong rugby and American football heritage. Samoans are disproportionately represented in the NFL, with nearly 50 players of Samoan descent active in recent years, for exceeding their share of the US population. This has fueled interest in flag football as a safer, accessible alternative, especially with its upcoming Olympic debut in 2028 in Los Angeles. Ia lela ua whaatasi mai ia le presidente ia o le Samoa Flag Football Association, o se tālonga fou. Ia e sau noa foi, i po le atonua le tālonga. Po le afu le latu wha moe moe, o a latu ana vatau, ia mō le anga i luma. Ia mai se lava i aluma whanau, pe whea tonu e anga i eile latu wha moe moe le amatanga o le nei tālonga. O le whionga i le presidente o au mau inu ese, puni, ia, leo le teimu mua nei, na a whio mai ei, ia puni le tātou blokalame, ia, sa tala nofo i se teimu le mamau atu, e le tūlanga e lana Pacifica Clinic, ia o loo whaaranga solo nei fo i tātou tunu nei vaitau. E le la ua, su mai e, tala noina niso wha moe moenga, ia wā le tātou tālonga fau. Ia whatalo whatu, welcome to our program, au mau inu ese.
Thank you very much for having us. Yeah, mahalo so fo lo songa fata, pa pe fo e maulolo, yeah, nu ha whenga. I really appreciate you having me here. It's a second time, and I look forward to having more conversations on how we can better develop and better Samoa. And the reason and purpose I came down here 2 years ago, and continue to try to progress sports and medical and physio and athletics, and plus the wellness for our people here in Samoa. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. This is a combination of sports, physio, medical physio, and also you're part of, you do run a mobile clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that come by nowadays?
The mobile clinic is going very well. We just initiated our Sunday Makeki clinic.
Il Maketi
Yep. So we set up at about 9 p.m. Saturday night, and we're there all night. We camp out there with all the people, Samoan people selling their vegetables and their fruits, and then we do free blood pressure check.
I was very fortunate to come around and you checked my blood pressure and everything.
And then we do the oxygen level, and then we do test your weight and measure your weight, how much in kilograms. Yep. And then this coming Sunday, we're going to do a full body composition, which would measure the BMI, body measurement index, just to help our people know where they're at. And then we recommend them to go and see the doctor at the local hospital or their local doctor.
Why are you doing this?
You know, more for the give back, I would say, because I know you know, when people come and shop at or buy at the makeki, you know, a lot of them don't go or get to see doctors, you know, and they don't either have the money or they don't have the necessary means or transportation. So that center of area is good to go and see and give them tests for free, you know.
This is all complimentary.
Yep, complimentary, it's free. There's no cost to that. And that's something that we do on the side during Saturday night, all the way till Monday about our last patient, or we'll take the last client around 8 o'clock a.m.
On Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Which is your, as a Seventh-day Adventist, which is your Monday, yeah.
So Seventh-day Adventist, well, for us, our Sabbath is on Saturday, the seventh day of the week. And then Sunday would be the first day, you know, and that's when everyone else goes to church. But we figure that down at the Makeke, that's where we can get majority of a lot of our people that come shopping there.
Lo waso malo lo le whaanga te tau lava e te fisosoani ai o tātou tangata ai maua o mal te mile le tsau no mai o le leiva le po e whaatulanga ai ma set up.
Yep.
Ea o le wha po le lima wa amata ngā solo atu le pai o le tātou tunu e whaatau i a lei me whapena. Ai le ngata wholina. Oi la tau la e la tau store la whaatau la tau whala waina o whaile le hanga o le talo ma o le whawhie o le tāwanga. Le la te manatu e maua uma i.
E maua uma kai minga ngā o le iwa e po la set up mako ai e uma lako la uma set uma lako whale ie lako lau la o mai lako ka pisi, you know, onions me uma, vai salo, koko esi, la uma e kāliwa. So me ale o le makeki, e le amaka le asa, e amaka le po le skonga i le iwa. Pe iskame o mako ako ngā pe kāliwa, la uma seki uma lako. So we help them at the same time. Even all of the vendors, we try to bring them in.
What's the feedback?
Very positive, very positive.
It's a tal no to know.
Yeah, very positive. And we even had one person who had a pacemaker, you know, and they haven't checked their pacemaker for a long time. So we were very...
Pacemaker, full etau sanga.
Yeah.
Ole pese masingi le tu.
Masingi ala so swangi le faku, fa monitor le le Yep, the rhythm, yep. Yeah, so it's been a blessing, you know, and that, and also to do our part in the medical side. And now with Flag Football Samoa, we're able to help out on the physical side of sports here in Samoa.
Your presence at Makeki, what do you find? Is it the ignorance of our people to get to the doctor, sometimes le lava fasoa, pole le mawhaia ona whaataua, value, ele o siaki le toto, e siaki le whatu, o vaenga o moletino, ia mai foi se fisosoani wa o e te mwhaina fisosoani mai, o foi la le tūlanga foi lea i tau mafa ma mea ai tau mafa ai.
O me uma lama e mo I lama no tanoa mai e o tala. E mo I lama iskiami it's an ignorance of not having enough education and not being pushed. If we look at pictures back from 1920, 1940, 1960, every 20 years we see the body composition of our people from very slim to getting bigger and bigger. And it wasn't until after, I think, the World War I that we bought a lot of canned foods.
Okay.
You know, so with that
processed
food, So again, we sort of become lazier as we get more and more processed food, that we're not going to our natural resources, but waiting for the apa pisupo, apa elengi.
Kempai.
Yes.
Almena yai. O le whaalifua, ia po le whaalifuufi, o le ulukumu, o le pepe, o le laumoli, o le tingamongi, o le kokosamoa. Se o tau mawhai an tau mawhai. Teimi le tau no mai ai le i o mai le tau o mua, mai al tau mo langi ma lona lua. A matalona.
O mai doa malingi, mai amalika Samoa, e o mai Samoa. Then all of them, you know, of course, military, you have your you know, what's called your meal replacements that are all in processed food.
Mga
In-
tu apa
yeah. And then with that in mind, given the next 40, 60 years and then come to 2025 here in Samoa, Samoa on the obesity schedule, we're very high up there.
o le tino puta pa ne al fa
Yo,
fonga le tino puta mal tino la po
Yo,
e olo il tulanga na pe u fa fa intalo na ona tu e foi tu e le faise fa malostino
Sa.
al te mil ne o laile I te le tino te mil ne te una
Yeah.
fa tino e tu vanga umana
Yo, mo I lava, e lea tato I nei Samoa, lea tato tino e talonga whamalo skingo.
Yeah.
But the key is, what do you do after the workout?
okay
Pero mea le alwa maka ko ma losia ko afwa glo lama lai fai al fama skingo. Umolo le calling yeah mai wa sa wa le size 2 pe le pi supo lai ko ko mai le pole ma vai
o le ta ma fa
Yo.
o le menu
Yeah.
il tulanga foi le fa fe le wa ina wa to te liu mai sa mone what are you satisfied with what you have achieved so far in terms of although it sounds like a very community development community service
I'm going to say no, yes and no. I'm not satisfied with the progress because now we're trying to reach out to different government agencies. We're trying to build our network and to see what type of support we can get financially from the government because, you know, a lot of it's to work together with their different departments. Yes, I'm satisfied that I did come back. But no, I'm not satisfied because there's lot work on the medical side.
is it fair to say to bring back that Zumba exercise because if only mai o toe mo what a few years back over New Zealand Australia I lo la pa il tatu tu no tonu au lotu ese look foi tu tanga te o le sumpa le fiafi pe tolu waso le vai so o tau le vai foi la te mil nei pe sia
mo I lava lai ma losiale zumba lai ma losiale the different gyms JP Fitness Center lai ma losia but again you know kami le fai pa loka o ke fa longa lai fai le zumba HRPP lai fai le zumba fast but it's not the Zumba that is the key. The factor is, what are they eating after?
After the Zumba.
Yes, after the Zumba. We Samoans are very good at working out. Fai le ko ling le sea wall, fai le ko ling I Songi Park. E ke vai uma e ka le sia lai fai ala ko Zumba. But o le ka mafa kanga after. What is the intake? And when we get up in the morning, what is the intake? Are we eating our natural resources of le esi, le koko, le ngiu, le popo, falifo, or pe ala kako o sao le saimingi?
Okay.
Pe whangau lai aonga le Samoa primary. Ola ko in the morning, ko ke le whangau lai mai le icy. There's nothing wrong with those liquids, but there's too much sugar. Pe ola ko le mea sumalie versus what we normally used to have back in the days. Olesi, fai, maskamai falawa. Those are all natural products that we used to live off the land, but now we're so more on the convenient side. What's easier?
Are the health practitioners or health people say enough about the after training or after the gym? What food that we consume? Are we saying enough?
No, I don't think so. We're not. There is, if you look on Facebook, if you look on social media, you look on everything, you see all of the good hard works that we're doing. But there's not, except for the smaller gyms and some smaller locations, there are some that are encouraging the better lifestyle. Not to say anything about the media, but sometimes they say, oh, we're poor. We don't have enough, money to afford, the better food. But the better food is the natural food. the natural resource of having a plantation, a maumanga, koko lesi, niu,
O le
soko, me umai, you know, e whaingo fia mo kākou. You know, we don't have to go to the supermarket to buy all of that. O le apa popo, wha pe mo koia, wha pe 5 kāla. Versus, o le whakuanga.
Yeah, pepe.
Yeah, pepe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can balu and create it ourselves, squeeze it, get the milk, or we buy a 4 tala, 5 tala can.
To tele o tupulanga telefo, li mo tamaita. Ya mai sel tupao, to tala malengang falo, tupao tamaita. To tele o tupulanga telefo, wa amata na ai olai telefo. Fato a sfulvado, sfuluiva, luas fulu. Esa o fau tuanga i tulanga na.
You know, whawhkai kere lawa le pāsoma le saua mai. I think the most important part for our young ones, ku'ule apa. Leave the processed food alone. That's we can go into the science. We can spend, you know, hours of talking to nutrition about everything. But I think the easiest thing to tell our own kids, and even for myself, minimize the processed food, minimize the cans. Anything in a can has more sugar in it than
How about the booze?
The what?
The alcohol.
Well, you know, in our government and our health department, you know, there's not enough awareness. There's not enough signs or billboards on the road that specifies that alcohol is bad for you or the smoking is bad for you. If you drive around town, there's only one billboard I see. It's a taxi driver with the beer can or the beer bottle in the can. That's the only sign that I see in regards to, you know, drinking is bad for you.
Ma el tatou malong pupu, ya ona whaolio le tatou noanga ma presidente o le Samoa Flag Football Association. Ya me se foi ia lana physio po le Oceania Rehab Training Safety ma vaenga uma ia mo le soifua maloloina o tatou tangata. O le talonga fou, le Samoa Flag Football, ia le ua tonu bal tātou tunu, ia o lo presidente ai, le fionga ia au maunu ese puni, ia le la ua whatas misi. Ital no po wa whea tonu anga ia le talonga, mo la tonu wha moe moe, ia po la lato wa ai mamao, ia peena lato polo kalame ua mai ona fua ma whata auto oto anga i luma, ia mo le anga i luma o alo ma whanau, o le a fia fo i nei wha moe moe ma le nei talonga. O le Samoa, le flag football.
O le flag football lea o le pese tag koso o le flag lai ia au kafa
Le tanga
so ia le mango be fuspau and then lai fu lua e au kafa and tag kusa mo pe o le tag lakapi lakapi e kongi au kafa ale flag football ele pele polo lakapi NFL but you pass forward
like what you did in the NFL.
So it's like a gridiron, but you only have 5 players. So 5 players on each side, a quarterback, a center, and then you have 3 wide receivers. But you only can throw the ball forward. You can throw it back as long as it's behind the scrimmage line, and then they could throw it forward.
So you can throw it back to the dummy, to the quarterback, and then the quarterback throw.
Yep. So if the quarterback there's 3 players or 4 on the line, the ball hikes. One of the receivers go behind the quarterback. You can throw it behind him, and then it's not a forward pass, but it's sort of like a backward pass or a lateral pass, and then they could throw it back, forward.
So it's a marriage of gridiron or NFL and rugby tag.
Yep. With no, like gridiron has helmet and everything like that, but as far as like tag, they have no helmets or protection gear. And it's been around for quite a while. You know, in the last 20 years, flag football has grown to where now it's, as of the last Olympics, and now the Olympics in 2028 is in America, they're going to make it, or it's part of the Olympic sports.
Say, explain how to play the game. 5 people?
5 on 5,
Yeah.
1 quarterback, 1 center, 3 receivers.
Okay.
There, 3 receivers, yeah.
These are the wingers or?
Yeah, so they hike the ball, and then if you want to rush and you're on the defense, you have to be about 10 or 15 feet or yards away, and then you rush in.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the momentum like now?
Very strong, very strong. We started off with only 3 players about 6 months ago when we first implemented this with Joshua. He's our vice president, and he joined the group. I asked him to join the group because he was more familiar with everybody else here in Samoa. And from going from 3 players to now we have over 40 people that are on 4 different teams.
Say 40 people,
Yep,
4 teams.
4 teams. We have a tournament this coming Monday, White Sunday Showcase is what we're calling it, and it's on the Monday after White Sunday.
So you're sort of getting on with it, and now you're into a tournament after just 6 months.
Yes, we 2 months ago we started a combine. So a combine, NFL combine, you would run the 40-yard, you would jump the vertical, you do a shuttle run, and then you would do a bench press of. But we didn't do the bench press part. We did about 30 athletes, combine, 3 different tests. They ran the 40, they did passing. We created our own combine test for that. We got all their numbers and how they did. And then 2 weeks later, we did an online draft. Just like how the NFL does the NFL combine and the NFL draft, Josh put together, and his team put together a online of the draft.
And this is a non-contact sport.
It's a non-contact sport. That is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Say the coming Monday, the tournament, what are you expecting to achieve from that?
Well, to be honest, it'll be one in the record books.
Okay.
First ever South Pacific Samoan flag football tournament. That's in the history book. And that's key because if you take flag football out of Samoa and you look at it worldwide, gridiron, you can have a scholarship, or if you're good enough, you can earn a scholarship or free education to play gridiron.
So you affiliated with the American?
So we're affiliated in so many ways with different groups that are in Hawaii, different groups that are in America, that if we have a good enough student athlete here in Samoa, not gridiron, but flag football, they can play on a scholarship level, which means that they get a free education. A lot of these private schools, they cost about anywhere from $20,000 to, several $1,000s for 1 year in school. And if we can get 1 or more kids to go to these schools, they get the free education, they get to play in the high school, and then which is called Kolisi here, and then at the university level, but they can also transition over to playing gridiron.
What age group?
So i te taimile nei mato iai whanau pe sfurfa. Tau sanga, o longa lava le matua tolu sfur lima. Yeah, yeah.
Ele se papui pui fonga le whapeo le au lalo sfuluiva, po lalo lusfulu.
In time, umolo le asungo fuole, e whai loa mako pe le ai whai le malo le Cessnock pe the Olympic, under 16, under 14, under 19, and then under 20, we'll have those levels. But because this is the first time we're ever doing this program, we just put a mixed combine. Not only that, there's no contact. Elise, so abe tako malosia, paolava le mea o le se'i ar fua, and then mangwea loa.
Se'i fua le, tanga
Yeah.
Cessnock. Wa maile, wa la vea le tau ta alonga le o le Samoa flag football, I lalo le whaamalu le Cessnock.
So, I le taimi le nei, I'm going to say leai. But after meeting Tawala and Tolo, they've given us permission as the premier group or protector of flag football here in Samoa. The AGM or the Assembly General Meeting will be in March of 2026, and that's when we are gunning, or hopefully we will be voted in as the national sport for Samoa.
O le ale tāua o le tau tālonga e a vea ma se tālonga e lalo le whaamalumalu o le Cessna.
E tau o te lea. You know, the opportunity, the pathway, and the recognition now, because we know we've been having emails with the International Federation of American Football, which is the governing body of all flag football for the Olympics. And we're trying to see if we can get a letter from them saying the qualification is coming. We don't know when the qualification for the LA20, it probably might be November or December, but in order to join IFAF, we have to be a member of the national body. So we're trying to work that out with Fuller, who is the gentleman that runs the operation for IFAF, and then also with the president and CEO of Cessna, and also Tolo. And
How confident are you your sport will be included under the Cessna?
I want to say I am 200% confident, because we are the only one. Every requirement and prerequisite that they have asked us to do, we have done the paperwork, we have done the meetings. Josh has done also letters to them, and we are very thankful for them to meeting with us. So I would be, I'm a little bit hesitant, but you know, we don't want to count our eggs hatching, but we want to do everything that they ask us and requirement for them and beyond.
Executive or
So right now, o le president and of the and then I want to make sure I acknowledge, you know, everybody that is here on here. So I do apologize. So
Oil Pristine.
Wal Pristine.
Yeah, or the Sweet Pristine or Joshua Lafoi.
Joshua Lafoi. And then we have our secretary, Henry Pula.
Yeah.
He also is very fluent in Chinese, because we also heard that the qualifications might happen in Japan. And then we have our team physio, Joe Fa'alongo. I believe he was ex-Manu Samoa player. Very good rugby coach also. And then we also have our committee members of our, I'm very sorry, committee members of our committee that is also on here.
Your executive.
Yoko Potifara, Tim Moananu, and Moala Siliva. Moala Siliva, I believe he is from Australia. His son plays European NFL. And we're very fortunate to have Moala as part of our team.
Say the executive and the committee members, they all have huge interest in the Samoa flag football.
And then we also have some members, you know, also Chris or Gus Bone. His company has also been one of our main supporters and our sponsor for the event, and he's also on our board.
My Elmalong Pupu Fawau Tatu Talnonga, Mal Pristine, the Samoa Flag Football Association, Fionga au Maunu Ese Esponi. Te whatalo whatu Samoa I lau tāpuinga malau mai mō tāpuai, le Pristine au Maunu Ese Esponi, o le Samoa Flag Football Association. O lo il whamoe moe tau te whia tā alo I tā longa le lalulangi lo limpeka.
Yes.
E tau nuu lea? le whatoa ono masina,
I
talu na amatal talonga, e le whatal tali le, i le iuenga mai le, il whalapi tonga talonga Samoa, le Cessnock, ale lai, you're gearing up for the Olympics.
e kele a mea kaunga kupu. Kaunga wha le mako wā ma IFAF. That's the governing body. Lesi mo e foi, o Cessnock, e pule la ko pe waile sports pe ale maka upu e yei lalo la ko. So we have to first get this part, Cessnock, to approve us as the national sport.
To tidy up the local scene. Huh?
And then we can be a member of the international. Mo le kulanga le lua. Su e loa le pe whea me iai le qualification. Because e au uma isi o Amerika Samoa, ia pangi.
E se au Amerika Samoa?
E iai. They were very fortunate in 2017 to be a member of IFAF. And that was even before Malaga o i Samoa. So before that, I didn't know anything about this until when I moved here in 2023.
Inga la, o lai, te lehen wha moe moe an lau whiunga le presidente, a mai a vaenga ia. E te tau na, e lava le taimi le ta pena ai mo le lua o lua valu. Tolu tau sanga?
E tolu tau sanga, well, e tolu e lua manafa. But it's going to turn around quick. So we're e whaimako practice I le aso lua, aso lulu, ia ma le aso tonai, I le paka Songi Park.
Lava le ta leni?
E lava, but le si me foi, we want to develop mo mua le local talent. E ke le a professional athletes lai fafo, but mo mua le ka lengi Samoa. Local
players,
yes,
local
we want to
athletes.
develop, yes.
A whawhere, mo fast fulu tangata ia players iwa iai. E ale lango mai o lato a inga mamatua il talong.
Very, very supportive. Ko ke rea o la koa e drop off, pe pue la ko pasi afa de fa, ko ke le foi le matua lai o mai. Whaftai te le lama le vaenga le whanga o mai e veni. They donated some things. There are other big sponsors that I have here that have also contributed to our group. But we're looking for help because you know, the American dollar is a lot bigger than our Samoan ta'ala, but we need the local support of different businesses and operations that are here.
Samoans are disproportionately represented in NFL.
Yeah.
Recently and the past, I think it's looking at more than 100 players already represented each state in America. E te le se awhianga o le talonga le ile laka pi Amerika tangat sa mo sa ta aloi.
E tele because e tele foi la to o mai talonga sa tamilai titia. Na whaile ka longa flag football. E le lava sa la ko malosi i le gridiron because e whaiade pulo ma pēne. But e a fia foi la ko ngai ko ke lea la ko pe lima se furu man kupua la ko laika alo le NFL ke mi
O le wha moe le iai, ia tā pena, ia le mawhitanga lea ma le Cessnock, ina ia mwhaiona. Whawhele, wo o se mawhau lau whiunga le presidente, il whainga malo fau, mo se fsosoani, tau tupem tu langa whapena.
E mo i la whaftai labra mo lo facility. We want to tread softly in our answer to that question. We are going to go through the process and make sure that we ask. In every single sports and organization, we want to ask for assistance. At the same time, I know, you know, right now, it's a new government.
And also a new sport.
New sport, you know, so there's a lot of eggshells making sure that we first take care of all the things that we need to do, and then, of course, we're going to ask.
How vital is your Pacifica Sports Clinic in conjunction with the new Samoa flag in terms of physio or the conditioning? Yeah.
Our Pacifica Sport Clinic and our medical mission and our GoFundMe, you know, are separate entities to Flag Football Samoa Federation. But we help and assist in the way of We have all the equipments that normally you would see outside in the sports industry. In the last year, I've worked with Lakapi Samoa and Samoa Soccer Federation. Those equipments are applicable, and we offer our service to Flag Football Samoa. Yeah.
Since a lot of Samoans who play NFL, are you looking into reaching out to the United States, Hawaii, and other places in terms of fundraising for the sport?
Yeah.
Because for linga mai mana o mia lava le se leni inferno fa tino vanga umai amatanga o le nei fa mo mo.
E moi lama, you know, we secretly heard that Nakua Puka, that is with the Los Angeles Rams, he was in town. And only reason why we knew, we saw some of his social media posting at Scoop's Ice Cream. We know Juju Smith Schuster is from Samoa. We know Tuatanga Vailoa has family here. We know that a lot of Samoans that are in the NFL that are getting paid. We even know that Jordan Mailata is from Samoa. And even to the boxer, what's his name, Parker. We know they're here, you know, and I'm sure everybody in their family have been asking them for help. So we have to do our own part to make sure all of our pillars and ducats are lined up. And then hopefully that they recognize that what we're doing is a wala, e o tato whanau, e moos lako skola sipi e ka alonga i Amerika.
A mai se kalapu ia le vai.
Ike a whai peke e aere a whio le se lengi lenga mo Jordan Mailata i le liki. Kasi le milionga. But o i le NFL, he just signed for over Uasalau. No, let me make it right. Iva Lua milionga.
That's US dollars.
US dollar versus the million that he made in league.
Still with the Eagles?
Still with the Eagles. And you look at Tuatanga Vailoa, who just signed over $243 million to play in the NFL. Vaianga umaia e le se lenginga. That's the opportunity. First, education for our kids in Samoa. Second, if they make it into the NFL,
so this is more like a stepping stone.
It's a pathway and stepping stone.
For the young ones.
For the young ones. The ones that are like myself and older, misi kako kaimia.
So social.
Social. But these young kids that are aged 12 years old all the way to 18, they have that opportunity.
Okay. For Monday coming up,
Monday.
For the tournament, are there any
Monday, October 13 at Tungai Mato. We want to thank the Lakapi Samoa for giving us the opportunity to be there, to allow us to use their field. A couple, if it's okay, PPP for the water. Neil, thank you him for delivering us the water. Many other sponsorship, of course, Cure, and then I believe Francis is going to be there to film. We want to thank you, everybody who's helped out, us, because we don't have a lot of money, but we're asking anybody who has a good and kind heart, business out there. Again, this is not about me. It's about all these children under, from the age of 8 all the way to 18 to have the opportunity and pathway to get a better education, and hopefully they make it into the bigger picture, which is gridiron or the NFL.
From the 4 teams competing, are you giving out any medals or
There will be
prize?
medals, there will be trophies. Again, back to Vengi for their contribution. We've also had Gus Bone, who really contribute. We're still looking for anyone out there that would like to give us any financial or trophies and medals. We would appreciate very much. And I just want to try to get their name, but yeah.
Okay, well, your final word for all the Samoans locally who are watching tonight, with regards the Monday coming, it's a holiday here.
Yeah.
To make their way down to Tuanaimato, the rugby union field, to be part of this exciting.
Entry is free, so don't worry, you don't have to pay anything. But again, you're more than welcome to drop the donations off, you know, 5 tala, 10 tala, you know, anything that you would like to contribute to our program. Again, we want to thank everyone that's out there. Appreciate all the sponsorship. I don't have them by names, but you know who you are. I want to thank you very much, those, whatai fo iro sunga fata mo le awangoa nei e tau utele ia mātou e whaasira atu mātou potalame ma whaasabari atu mātou potalame lea o le Flag Football Samoa.
Tātou talanoanga le Samoa malau mai mō tāpuai o le Samoa Flag Football Association ia malalatu tālonga fōu ia e tāua fōu i le awhiu mai mtala mai ao e sile ma mai moa e se awala e ala mai ifa manuanga mo ala mo whanau leu mau atu saunoanga ale fionga le Prestene ia o se stepu mo lea mo le anga ia tu i le laka pifa Amerika po le Creed Iron Football ia e le mai loa lava ai o taleni manga va o lo tanumia pe tono ainga o no mai kalesia pe le avano le e o e afio mai ai tala mai ao ia le song fu le so malolo ia mai mo ia mes foi mai tau ia pe ale nei ta longa molo walo ia mole anga iluma ia mes lava alo tala vota i sul fast sul lima e o los sul tau sanga ia tonu stasi nei o vaenga sisi o ta longa ia em feona ta tala ai le anga va ma le taleni le o la tanu ai tonu tatu ainga ia fa manu tele sa mo i lau ta poinga ia o maulolo fata Wellington e Malif